Jacob will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Are there any conflicts of interest? All right. Approval of minutes for the November 5th and November 19th, 2025 Commission meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve item 3.4.
Second.
So we have a motion by Heather and a second by Forrest. All in favor?
Aye.
And then item 4.1, review and consider a conditional use permit amendment to allow the placement of a temporary building on Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District property.
Sorry to keep you waiting. While this is being pulled up, this is we looked at this issue just last October. So the Jordan Valley Water Conservation District has, they got approval to construct several buildings on their site. As part of that approval, after that approval, upon the construction of the buildings, the contractor placed a large temporary canvas building on the property to accommodate the construction of the buildings on the Jordan Valley Water site. And that is what we're here to discuss, as it does require, that temporary building also does require a conditional use. Clicker is not working, but, oh, now it is. So Jordan Valley, this is where it's at down along Mountain View Corridor, just across from Bluffdale there. This is the site that the tent has been constructed on, just to the west of where the buildings are being constructed. To our understanding, there's also been a concrete slab built underneath the tent. So the regulations we're looking at are zoning and engineering. Of course, engineering doesn't have any concerns with the building. In terms of compliance with current ordinance, as per 1016, any temporary structure needs to be removed upon the completion or abandonment of the construction of work, and we would recommend that the applicant also remediate the site back to its vegetated state. So that being said, we do recommend approval of the temporary building, and I'm open to answer any questions. The applicant is also here if you have questions for them.
Thanks, Clint. All right, does the applicant have anything they want to add? Thank you. All right, discussion or motion?
Pretty simple to me. I'm ready to make a motion unless somebody has thoughts.
No, go ahead, I'm ready to second it.
I recommend approval of this item 4.1 with staff's 3 recommendations.
And I'll second it.
Okay, Brody,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Adam,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
and Forrest.
Yes.
Okay, so that was a motion by Adam, a second by Daryl, and a unanimous vote. Item 5.1, review and consider a recommendation to amend Chapter 10-27 signs of City Code to permit and regulate commercial signs in the CF Commercial Flex Zone and update development standards for illuminated signs.
All right, well, so here's the signs. So this amendment came up for 2 reasons. First off, the CF zone was adopted a few months back as well, and with that there was no sign regulations implemented at the time, so this will provide sign regulations for that zone. We've also had an incident where some commercial signage has encroached and been problematic for some of the adjacent neighbors. So to help minimize that going forward, there have been some changes to the ordinance to restrict and regulate when those lights or when those signs can be visible and facing towards the a residential property. So this is Johnny's window here looking outside, and he sees this bright light. This is the situation we're trying to prevent. There are conditions where somebody could come in and say, hey, we want to put a sign that's facing a residential neighborhood. There are some requirements they would need to detail and show for us. It would need, we'd need sign details, a lighting plan, and also some renderings showing what the sign is going to look like and how bright it's going to be. We'd bring that before the commission, and it would be your final say to approve or not approve any sign that is lit facing a residential property. And again, updating the CF zone. So the CF zone standards for signs is very similar to the C2 zone signage requirements. In terms of considerations, the things we look at are consistency with the general plan, and then just making sure that what we're doing is not harmful to we don't have a lot of adverse effects from the ordinance we're proposing. So where this does help promote signage in those commercial flex areas and promotes harmony between existing development and residential development, we do recommend approval of the ordinance as it has been stated. If there are any questions, I can answer. I'd be glad to answer them.
The particular sign in question, was it just a matter of orientation? Was it built correctly, or was it twisted to
No, it
shine?
was built correctly. There was another feature to the sign that I don't think the neighbors were also anticipating. There was a bright light within a building that was also spilling out into the neighborhood, and I think that was added to the frustration of the sign going into the neighborhood, and then the bright light as well coming from the building. So there are a couple of issues, but it was built as it was permitted. I just don't think that we anticipated the brightness of the sign to have the effect that it did. It's a little brighter than we probably expected, but to the developer's credit, they have worked with the city, and I think that they've resolved the situation, so we appreciate that from them.
Could we go back a couple slides? Okay, under conditional use required, would it be possible or advantageous to add a photometric plan as a requirement?
Yeah, so that would be, let's see, that would be another, so the lighting plan would also, well, I think that was also another requirement in the conditional use that I did not include in the slide.
Okay.
But yes, that would be, if it's not in there, it should be.
It should be, so we'd have a photometric and how many
Yeah.
foot candles we have at whatever.
Right, and I think for all signs, moving forward, I think for all signs, we're going to try to get that photometric plan so that we know the impact with the signage and the lights being proposed on the property to residential neighborhoods.
Okay.
And that's already part of the design effort and review, right?
Right.
Okay, so we don't need to add that as far as.
I don't think you need to add that,
Okay.
no, but we'll make sure that it's in there.
Okay.
Okay, if there's no other comments, we'll go ahead and, this item has a public hearing, so I'll read that policy. The purpose of the public comment policy is to allow citizens to address items on the agenda. Citizens requesting to address the commission will be asked to complete a written comment form and present it to the deputy city recorder. In general, the chair will allow an individual 3 minutes to address the commission, and a spokesperson recognized as representing a group may be allowed up to 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and open that now. Come forward and state your name, please.
My name is Clint Underwood, resident of Harriman. First of all, thank you for letting me speak before you. Andrea, I might just say that it's a little tough to hear you in the back of the room.
Oh, okay, thank you.
But I don't have a whole lot to say. I want to say that, if you look at the electronic billboards along Mountain View Corridor, I would hate to be buying an apartment or a condo or whatever they're going to be in that huge development right there. They are not going to get a good night's sleep with those lights on, flashing in their rooms. I mean, that's like, what is it, an 8 or 10-story building? Seems to be. It's just inconsistent with quality of life. I think that there's an opportunity here to to create some conformity, to tone down the possibility of another monstrosity sign like that going up. This is our opportunity to make the town have a better quality of life, because right now, whoever buys those places will be suffering. You know, I've lived in a lot of places in the United States, and light pollution of that nature is destructive to sleep. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, seeing no more comments, motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Okay, a motion by Adam, a second by Heather. Brody?
Yes.
Jackson? This is just a roll call,
All in favor,
not,
yeah.
all in favor? Okay,
Aye.
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 thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, discussion or motion?
My comment is I am worried about some of these in the CF zone, just considering where some of those are located, where they could be located. Just putting signs super close to those residential areas, I'm kind of worried about.
Is it a 200-foot?
Because we did like some really small setbacks too.
Yeah, but the sign has to be 200 feet away? Is that what was written in there?
I think so.
From residential?
From residential, yeah.
Yeah. We currently only have one CF zone, correct?
Yep.
And only one lot that's associated with that CF zone.
No, none are zoned. I don't think we have any lots that are zoned CF.
We're just making it so CF.
Just made the zone.
Right, but we made the zone for one particular property,
It hasn't been applied yet, that's
Right.
correct.
but it hasn't been applied yet. So we don't have a bunch of different zones or different areas that this is going to be.
This ordinance would apply to all zones, commercial C2, CF, M1, M2. Anything that's adjacent or have an effect on residential properties would have to comply with the ordinance.
Just an additional statement, in our current ordinance, we have that flat signs facing dwellings on adjacent properties may not be illuminated. So we do have a couple of things in here already that are looking after that. So this is kind of creating an additional buffer, not meant to supplement everything altogether.
I don't know, to me, it makes sense to just have it follow C2 and MU.
I don't know if I heard
I don't hear
an
it.
answer for Heather's question. What is our setbacks?
For
Those larger signs,
From a residential property?
yes,
So for an electronic signing, it's 500 feet.
500 feet.
This would be, so for a flat or a wall sign, it would be 200 feet, or I think if the sign is across the street from a residential development, that would also, we would allow it go within that area as well.
Any other discussion? I don't know.
I know, are we done, or are we ready for a motion?
I'm ready to make a motion.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to, I guess, request approval of item 5.1. Was there any other? Okay.
I'll second.
okay, so motion by Brody, a second by Forrest. Brody?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Daryl?
Yes,
And Forrest?
Yes.
Okay, so that passed. Do we have any commission comments? No? Okay. Future meetings, the next city council meeting will be January 14th, and the next planning commission meeting will be January 22nd. We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Forrest and Heather, all in favor?
Aye.